Well, a couple of the matches are pretty damn good. I'm Charles Redland with my review of WWE, NXT, and Kyle O'Reilly versus Pete Dunne could have main evented a takeover. That was fucking phenomenal. Toni Storm versus Ria Ripley, despite the shenanigans, was pretty goddamn good as well as in the main event slot. But there were some things I did not like. And suddenly, boom, we're in the ring. Kushida and Leon Ruff are there. Leon Ruff was supposed to team with Damian Priest, but Damian Priest got taken out last week, and Kushida said, hey, you're going to team with me. So they took on Gargano and Austin Theory with Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae at ringside. They're called The Way. They're a fastball song, the one fastball song that pretty much everybody knows. They came out over 20 goddamn years ago. Look, I love Kushida. I really do. Leon Ruff does have some talent, but I don't give two flying fucks about the Garganos. I don't. Theory is good in the ring, but he bores me. Indy has some potential. She's very statuesque and has a good, presence. Candice and, her husband can work. They actually can. But they're bland and boring, and the whole North American Championship picture is fucking muddy, and I don't care about this title anymore. Ruff crashes and burns on a dive. I hope he's okay, because that looked really fucking painful. This is the way he pins Ruff. I mean, yes, it's going to lead to Kushida beating Johnny Gargano, but is anybody going to care about the North American Championship by that point? Does anybody care now? Seriously, I have not cared about this championship for the last number of months. And it's a shame because it used to be something that you could rely on to be like the workhorse championship of NXT, and now it's just being tossed around a whole bunch. It's a shame. Yes, titles get tossed around a lot in many promotions, but it's fucking ridiculous. And now I don't give a shit what happens with it. I hope Kushida can do something with it when he wins it, but I'm not optimistic. And then we have Dexter Lumis just at, a little art station doing drawings and everything. It turns out he's actually going to be hosting New Year's Evil. Despite the fact, as Barrett points this out, he's never talked. He doesn't talk on NXT TV. So how the fuck is he going to host it? Maybe he'll say his first ever thing. Maybe he'll let the drawings talk for him. Oh God, the drawings are going to be like his puppets in his own Firefly Funhouse. Please don't fucking do that. Please do not have Dexter Lumis's Lounge or something like that. But anyway, we get a Shotzi promo. Well, first we get a Toni promo. Her history with Rhea. This is good stuff. Nice way to build the history that they've had since they both, went to NXT UK and the stuff they've done since. This was good, and I love Toni Storm. And I'm looking forward to seeing what she can do with Ria Ripley since they've had good matches in the past. And in a Shotzi promo, she talks War Games. Talks about, it's the imported Little League Banquet Trophy. Shotzi actually has really good personality. This promo felt very forced to me. It just felt very stagey. And that's unfortunate because I do like Shotzi's persona, and I like the energy she brings. This just didn't work for me. And then we get Tyler Rust versus Ciampa. This is because Rust interfered in the match that Ciampa had with Cameron Grimes last week. And apparently Cameron Grimes is going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks. I think he actually does have an injury, but he's selling the whole idea that Thatcher is the one that kind of, hurt his ankle. And Ciampa puts a chair there so Thatcher can join a little bit later. He does. This is good. I was not really that aware of Tyler Rust before. Apparently he's a 15-year veteran. You can tell both these guys worked a nice contest. The only thing is, though, Ciampa is known to a more mainstream audience as far as like how NXT goes. Nobody knows really who Tyler Rust is. Now, yes, this is a good showing for Tyler Rust, but as far as perception, it kind of makes it like, okay, if Ciampa's having difficulty putting this guy away, then what the fuck? Now, that being said, though, you could look at the flip side that Tyler, being a veteran, learned from Thatcher and was like, okay, I'm going to take this stuff. I'm going to surprise Ciampa and try to beat him. It was a bit weird. I mean, I didn't mind some of it, but the logic was a little bit weird. That being said, though, they did some nice armbars, some really good wrestling. This was really well wrestled. A damn good match. This almost could have opened a goddamn takeover if we were more familiar with Tyler Rust. And hopefully he gets more of a shot as time goes on. It was a weird rolling cutter type variation for 2, and then knees aplenty, Willow's Bell for 3. And we get a weird interaction earlier where Thatcher got kicked by his student, and oh no, what the hell is going on? It's a little bit weird. But then we have another face-off with Thatcher, and Ciampa keeps going 1-0, 1-0. So it is. Maybe he's doing 1-0-0, 1-0-0-1, like binary and stuff like that. But anyway, we get this is a good little matchup. Grizzled Young Veterans package and then Karrion Kross package. Everybody pays the toll. The Ferryman, TikTok, all that. I'm glad the Karrion Kross is coming back. And during the break, Malcolm Bivens gets Russ to join him. I guess I still don't get the appeal of Malcolm Bivens, but whatever. Some people seem to like him. We get more of Loomis drawing. New Year's Evil graphics. As I say, he's going to be the host. We then get O'Reilly with, who comes to the ring with Adam Cole, Bebe, and Roderick Strong. Not Bobby Fish, because Bobby Fish is injured again. I think Bobby Fish may be better off being a trainer at this point because he's been injured a lot. In the 3 years he's been in NXT, I think he spent at least a year of that on the shelf. Now, injuries happen, but once the injury bug bites, doesn't let go, and he ain't exactly a young man. He's in great shape, but maybe it's time to hang it up soon. So anyway, it's O'Reilly with, the Undisputed Era members that aren't Bobby Fish versus Pete Dunne with Lorcan and Birch. But before that, even, by the way, Proud Boy refs there, despite the fact he should not be employed at all because he's a goddamn idiot and a goddamn piece of shit and a toxic human being. Drake and Dane and then Fandango attack, and all these teams have a melee and then go to the back. So that wrecks my, enthusiasm for the match right away because I'm like, okay, fuck it. If they're just going to do this before the match even starts, what the fuck's going on? The tag team division is a goddamn dumpster fire, that is. That being said, these two put on a really good goddamn match. I am not going to even try to encapsulate all the stuff they did. Suffice to say, two top-tier athletes, the submissions, the strikes, they made it seem different. This was much different than the ladder match because obviously they didn't use a ladder, but it was basically the same damn match because they just, were beating the shit out of each other and stretching each other, doing really, really good stiff stuff. And, it was stiff and everything. You could tell they were doing some really good, groundwork here. And that these two guys are elite athletes. And it was just really good goddamn shit. Knee off the top wins it for O'Reilly. And that really shocked me. I mean, O'Reilly gained a victory over Dunne. Did surprise me. But that being said, O'Reilly versus Balor, I say O'Reilly beats Balor, and then O'Reilly loses to Cross at the next TakeOver in February. I think that's what'll happen. Maybe they have Balor versus Cross, and then Cross, slays the Demon. He's the first ever to slay the Demon. This is possible if they bring the Demon back. But that was good. That was a really, really good main event TakeOver worthy match. That was good shit. And I don't know why that wasn't the main event in retrospect, even though I didn't mind Toni Storm and Ria Ripley main eventing. It kind of made me think, in retrospect, they should have flipped that. That being said, Rhea talks about Raquel and Toni Storm, talking about, how Raquel has stepped her game up. She's got history with Toni Storm, got to beat her first. And then more Xia Li, Boa stuff, where Xia Li is doing the whole Rocky IV thing, I must break you, because she's being forced to beat the shit out of this guy. And who is this for? Who is this fucking for? What is this? Why is this? Who thought this was a good idea? Is Triple H just watching Asian snuff films and thinking this is a good idea? What the fuck? I've had discussions with people about this, and it's about this storyline, about what they're doing. It's very Lucha Underground-like. Here's the difference. Lucha Underground had a goddamn shelf life, and they're trying to catch up to what Lucha Underground did. And it wasn't even always great what Lucha Underground did, even though the cinematic stuff at times was kind of cool. This didn't work for me. I'm sorry, this didn't fucking work. I don't know what the fuck this is about. I don't know why Pat Morita's animated corpse is there. I didn't like this. I didn't like this at all. What I also didn't like was Indy Hartwell with The Way, the Garganos, and Austin Theory versus Shotzi Blackheart. Look, both of these women can work. Indy is a project. Shotzi actually can work. And it was a quick DQ with the trophy being slammed right into Shotzi's, stomach. And full view of the ref, even though their distraction was all fucking bullshit. And then they lay her out, and this was fucking dog shit and everything. And did nothing for anybody. Indy Hartwell looked like a goddamn idiot. And we get another cross package. We get Bronson Reed coming back soon. Cool. Glad to see Bronson Reed's going to be coming back. He's definitely a big star they could push. Cross with Scarlett versus Desmond Troy, who I believe was Arginette, I think was what the fuck his name was before Adrian Arginette. I actually totally forgot the guy's name. But Desmond Troy. And he gets destroyed. Cross jacket for the win. He says, hey, Priest, January 6th, time's up, TikTok, all that. Cross, by the way, is pretty damn cool. Got to meet him in an indie show about a year ago. Scary. Very scary, but very cool. And then we get a Swerve promo. Why wouldn't he shake Jake Atlas's hand? Everybody's making a big deal out of this, but I don't lose to people like Jake Atlas. I mean, he's basically teasing a heel turn, stuff like that. He's got new hair. I think 205 Live colors in his hair. Rematch next week. Different result. Ever Rising yells on the mic after Swerve leaves. I don't know what this is about. And Loomis is the host of New Year's Evil. Toni Storm versus Ria Ripley. This is main event worthy. These women really worked hard. Some great strikes. You could believe Toni taking down Ria Ripley, breaking her down. Ria with the tremendous strength, the size. Both these women are so talented, so goddamn charismatic. They both are. They're both striking. They're beautiful. They are going to be stars, not just now, but in the future. And you can see just at the fact they're so good at the ages they are, despite, years of experience, a few years of experience each. These two are going to do so goddamn good in NXT and in WWE for years. And wherever else they go. I mean, who says that they're going to be in WWE forever? They exude star quality. Both of them do, for different reasons. The Cloverleaf gets countered. The strikes were laid in. This was believable shit. The German suplex by Toni was very good. Later on, Gonzalez shows up. She gets sent over the barricade briefly. Toni gets back in the ring. Gonzalez does that thing where she catches, like she did with Ember, catching her off the truss. She catches Rhea off the apron, slams her into the post, and then Toni hits the Storm Zero. 1, 2, 3. She's celebrating. Rhea doesn't look weak. We build it to Raquel versus Rhea again, where Rhea will naturally beat her, at least I think. I don't necessarily know what they're doing with Rhea, but at least this is a way where Rhea didn't look weak in Toni. The new Toni Storm got a heel win. So overall, O'Reilly and Dunn, Storm and Ripley were the main highlights here. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with Xia Li and Boa. It's very, very strange. Anyway, agree, disagree, what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.